Hello, Augies Worldwide. I'm Dave Kassler, amateur radio call sign KE0OG, and welcome to Ham Radio Answers episode 189. Today I give you my report on my week-long visit to Quartzfest. Quartzfest is an annual week-long ham radio specialty operating event near Quartzsite, Arizona, held in January to take advantage of the generally good weather. The event is held in the desert, and attendees need to bring everything to be self-sufficient, which usually means recreational vehicles of some sort. The event is nicely organized with little formal staff, and there are no costs to attend. It's free. It's held about 6 miles south of Quartzsite on Bureau of Land Management, or BLM land, in an area designated for a 14-day camping limit. We were supposed to check in with the BLM host, but I never found anyone to check in with. However, when I got out of my truck to read the sign at the entrance, someone came out of his trailer and told me to enjoy the desert. The event lasts a week, this year Sunday through Saturday, 20 through 26 of January 2019. Organizers had 3 porta potties for tent campers, but otherwise there were no services on site. Nearly everyone attended in an RV of some kind. The desert here is flat, covered with desert pavement, except where roads, or high traffic areas, are getting down to the dirt underneath, creating gobs of dust as people drove by, however slowly. The first couple days were pretty windy, and the wind never did quit, but temps were in the 60s, and we had non-stop sunshine. My wife, Loretta, KB0VWW, didn't care for the area. I have to admit, it isn't the least bit photogenic. Fortunately, she got to spend many quality hours with her sister and cousin, who both happened to be in the area. The organizing force behind Quartzfest is Kristen Weed, KR1SS. Several others helped, including Randy, K7AGE, who posted several videos on Quartzfest and seems quite enamored of it. And Gordon West, KB6NOA, was there too. This was an official ARRL specialty operating event with both the ARRL Southwestern Division Director, Richard Norton, N6AA, and the Arizona Section Manager, Rick Paquette, W7RAP, present at a forum. They highlighted recent news, ARRL actions, and took comments from the many forum attendees. I spoke up at an ARRL forum when they said they were going to put more instructional material on the ARRL website, suggesting that there are several YouTube producers already making instructional videos, for example, K7AGE, Hoshnazi, Gordo, me, etc., and perhaps there should be some coordination. The section manager took notes. Quartzfest reached over 1,000 individual registered hams as the week went on. The event had several forum areas, each equipped with a PA system, which is necessary out of doors. One had a covered area for projection, but the light was still too strong to see anything. Not all the forum slots were filled. There was a 3:45 p.m. general meeting every day, which I only learned about on Wednesday because I didn't read the instructions properly. They gave news about Quartzfest, announced upcoming events, and gave away quite a number of door prizes. Gordon West arranged for ham radio exams, and a number of folks became hams. Swapfest on Saturday was disappointing to one who got up too late. Here are some ham radio observations from Quartzfest. By far and away, the most common HF antenna on the RVs was an extendable flagpole, often complete with flag and some sort of solar-powered whiz-bang lights at the top, used as a vertical antenna for HF, almost always attached to the back bumper. Sometimes folks would use the MFJ fiberglass extendable poles to hold up long wires. I saw only one buddy pole and no MFJ octopi other than mine. Someone, I'm so sorry, did not get the name or call. I was given that information but didn't write it down. My bad. But this someone gifted me 5 4-foot sections of military surplus mast. It fit the octopus just right. I made the octopus video showing it constructed, and I provided some first test results. I also made the Yamaha generator video. I had to drive my truck into Quartzsite and sit under the cell tower to get sufficient bandwidth to upload them. I got quite a few comments on the videos about how much huffing and puffing I did. I really appreciate everyone's concern. I am facing some health problems, but things are underway to mitigate them. On the first day, Gordon West tried to explain what the FCC really were looking for with the enforcement advisory, but did not quote any sources. I saw Ray Novak, N9JA of ICOM, and discussed potential sponsorship. He had a beautiful Class A motorhome, by the way. Gorgeous. I did try my QRP Labs QCX with the Octopus, but had only one QSO, and that was with someone in camp. It was incredibly loud. I noticed that if I tuned only a few hundred hertz away from that very loud in-camp signal, it did not affect my listening capability, which speaks very highly of the QCX radio. Non-ham activities included a 4-wheel road trip, plus a few what traditionally are called ladies' activities, such as basket weaving, literally. Let's talk a bit about Quartzsite. Quartzsite Arizona attracts RVs of every shape and size by the thousands during the winter. The draw is good weather and lots of sunshine. Quartzsite can grow from 3,400 year-round residents to many thousands more with all the RVers. The landscape itself is rather desolate, but the flat desert floor and a cooperative BLM make this an inexpensive place to winter. As you might expect, businesses to service the many visitors spring up during the winter too. In fact, there's a place in town that handles dumping and freshwater fill on a semi-industrial scale called Rose RV Park. The first time I used it, I misunderstood directions and had my trailer pointed the wrong way. They can handle several RVs refilling fresh water at the same time and up to 4 RVs dumping at once. Given the small size of our travel trailer, we had to pay only $15, which I was happy to pay. Larger RVs paid more. Quite an undertaking. The annual Quartzsite Sports, Vacation, and RV Show, under the, quote, big tent, unquote, attracts thousands, and the show was held at the same time as Quartzfest. A huge tent held many dozens of vendors. Some of the stuff was pretty far out. Also, lots of RVs are for sale in several places in Quartzsite. I wandered through some of the $300,000 plus Class A's for sale. Incredible luxury at an incredible price. Our experience with the desert was, this was our first time boondocking, meaning dry camping, with no on-site support, such as water, electricity, etc. We quickly learned that the big water user was washing hands and taking showers. After having to go into town to dump only 2 days after we arrived, we were more careful with our water usage. We camped near the center of Quartzfest activity, so it was a bit crowded, and vehicles were driving slowly by seemingly constantly. That meant dust everywhere, covering everything. The trailer is currently filthy and needs major cleaning inside and out. There was quite a mix of vehicles. Travel trailers such as ours, fifth wheels, Class A, Class C, a very small number of other contraptions. No generator use was permitted after 10 p.m., so the travel trailer's batteries had to power the fan in the propane furnace since temperatures dropped rapidly after dark to near freezing. We would run the generator a couple hours every day to keep the batteries up to snuff. In terms of personal preparation for Quartzfest, While you're there, use your GPS or you will get lost, which I did in broad daylight. I quickly powered up my handheld Garmin GPS Map 64 ST GPS, then went around to the various gathering places and created markers so I could find my way back. The first marker, which I called home, was the location of our trailer. I took lots of stuff I never used, such as a handheld buddy pole, my Zygu. I never got the solar panels up. The 100-watt panel fell and shattered its glass cover, which was my bad. The 50-watt stayed in the truck. Next time, I guess, I'll do more with them. I did complete 2 videos and have 1 CWQSO. Plus, I attended several of the sessions and got to meet lots of Augies. That was my favorite part. So, that's my Quartzsite report. At the end, I've placed a link to one of Randy, K7AGE's videos about Quartzsite. In channel news, be sure to watch the Saturday YouTube live sessions held at noon U.S. Mountain Time, which is 1900 UTC. The Saturday live stream is devoted to answering your questions, whether posed at dcasler.com/ask-dave or sent to hamradioanswers@gmail.com. I also try to answer questions posed during the live stream chat. If you have subscribed and clicked on the bell, you should get a notice as each session goes live. If you aren't, make sure the bell is clicked and also check your spam folder. You can also go directly to the live feed at the URL below. Thanks for all your support, suggestions, and ideas. Please like and share this video. Your subscription gives YouTube your vote of confidence in my channel. If after subscribing you also click the bell, you'll get an email notification of all new videos. I like to distribute knowledge widely, and my videos are free for the viewing on YouTube. Thank you for the many patrons who are supporting this channel via patreon.com, and to those who drop a little something into the tip jar at ke0og.net/tip-jar. All is most gratefully acknowledged and appreciated. Also note that I have all the amateur extra training videos available on a thumb drive for US $49.99, postpaid in the US, so you don't need to be online to watch them. Of course, you can watch them for free on YouTube. You can see all of these options at dcasler.com/support. Until we next meet, 73.